Stories are an integral part of our human experience. Many of these stories come from pain, trepidation, and violence. And more often than not, in the comforts of North America, stories of war have come to be just stories. But it is not over. August 15, 2015 pays tribute to the 70th anniversary of the end of World War II. But tensions are still rising from the ashes of past hurt and confusion in Asia. So has the war really ended? Victims of the Asia-Pacific War cannot simply leave the past behind because they're still reliving it every day. Not only are they war victims, they're now people that have their human rights violated. Unexamined hatred is even creating gaps between youths of the nations. Scars have grown deep and even tears are now running dry. History is not meant to be altered for personal gain. History is not a single story. Denial and burials will not bring about change.
Expanded my knowledge of World War II, I now know about what happened in other Asian countries and the other nations that were affected. And also it allowed me to learn about the current political implications and the significance and legacy of this part of history on us and our generation today. The most important thing I learned was the importance of education, how peace, understanding, and reconciliation is all based upon a true and accurate knowledge of what happened in the past. It encouraged me to learn more about the history and all the other perspectives of the same history. And more importantly, it motivated me to take initiative by promoting education or raising awareness, and through things like starting a club at U of T.
So before being involved with Alpha, my viewpoint on this issue was very black and white. I thought just Japan wanted to deny the atrocities as a nation. But then after being involved with Alpha, I've come across a lot of Japanese organizations who work towards peace and reconciliation, and those things allowed me to have a very peripheral vision and broader scope of view. So the knowledge and understanding of peace and reconciliation has impacted me in many different ways. It encourages me to stay informed. It's been 70 years since those wartime atrocities have occurred in Asia, but unfortunately there are still cases around the world where certain people get exploited and abused by other groups of people. And my experience with Alpha has really allowed me to develop that interest and passion to stay informed and to be more aware of those issues.
Alpha works hard to provide resources and materials in areas where teachers traditionally don't feel very comfortable. They often feel uncomfortable because they don't know the subject very well themselves. Alpha provides teachers with quality resources to do their job really well. Every teacher wants to do that. Alpha also works hard to make both students and educators into upstanders and real global citizens with developing global awareness.
I really appreciated my time at Alpha because before I'd only really heard the Western side of the story. You hear about Pearl Harbor, and you hear about the Pacific War between the United States and Japan specifically. But it was really not until my time working with Alpha that I got to see the scope of the Asia-Pacific War and how it touched and affected so many millions of people that had been left out of my history classes up until then.
Alpha carries a mission to promote awareness and also critical understanding of the history among communities and younger generations. So throughout the years, we have been working together with a lot of educational partners. I'm very happy to say that now there are 11 courses in the Ontario curriculum carries contents about World War II of Asia. we will also disseminate our knowledge, materials and teaching tools to educators who want to teach about this history in classroom. Education is most important because it's only through education that our young generations will be able to learn about the past and learn about what we should do and what we should not do. And their stories continue, and so that they will understand more about war and more about peace. We have to move on, we have to seek hope, and hopefully the voiceless could be given voices. So it's only through education that we can do that.